and it looks like we're missing Luke Morgan, so I'm not sure what happened to Luke. He did have a decent time in qualifying this morning, and Yanni didn't set a time, but split start there, so if you can finish this race, you kind of promise a gold medal. Oh, blimey, we very nearly only had one finisher in the thousands there, because I tell you what, mate, that was a serious bit of a run between the top two. I think Yanni maybe getting the mix there. That was as close as you'd like to go going into the first corner, let's put it that way, because that was definitely a Creasy Donovan moment almost there.
Oh, really?
600s get underway. Well, okay. Oh, stalled bike there on the grid. Somebody else making a very bad jump start. Wow, as Messi starts to a race, fortunately without incident go, this is definitely an unusual day's racing today. That's, I know it's a rookie thing, but yeah, rookie mistakes cost prizes. But wow, that's all very confusing down here. I hope things are better up where you're standing there, Brad.
Everything seems okay here. We've got James Lord leading the way ahead of, is that number 141 up next? I believe it is Blake O'Hare. Leaders of the rookie thousands coming down in towards Mansfield now, and it's Ben Wood ahead of Dan Chamberlain, and Alex Yanni in third place.
Capani Alice isn't on wet. He made a mistake. He did have a re-look and he just realised he got the numbers mixed up, so he's not there. Okay, we've got a battle for the front of the thousands into the bottom here. Maybe an overtaking move.
That's Dan Chamberlain around the outside.
Yeah, indeed. Well done, Dan. And Dan, of course, is he a British or world champion?
He is two-time British sidecar cross champion, and he finished 8th in the world twice in a row.
Okay, there you go. So that's as a passenger in a motocross sidecar. So yeah, that's hard workout stuff. That's that requires a certain amount of testicular fortitude, to say the least. So yeah, clearly racing a 1000cc bike around Cadwell for the first time is out.
Well, it's a 750, isn't it? 750 for Dan Chamberlain.
Of course it is. Dan's on the Gixxer 750 as well. Yeah. So yeah, go Gixxer 750, man. Yeah, that's exactly why he's got our support as he comes across the line 7/10 of a second ahead of Ben Wood. Well, Ben needs to pick up a medal. His dad nearly did earlier, of course. He's been a year on the track with his dad, but I will say his dad's got a bit more competition as Yanni comes across the line there in third place. We'll wait for the 600s to join us. Oh boy, there we go.
Well, at least you guaranteed a medal in the rookie thousands.
On wets, apparently. So here we go then. It's Lord across the line, and it's O'Hare. He's the one on wets. So opening lap, he does a 2:16 against a 2:12 for James Lord there. Let's okay. Let's see if the bloke in 13th place comes across the line. I know he's dropping down the order, so I think I've got a few non-starters there because I'm not seeing any timings there for Morgan, Store, Pisticis, or Thompson, Peace, or Tufnell. So I'm glad we don't have to go through that one any time again soon. So that would make sense because you have 3000cc bikes, one of them dropped out. So yeah, looks like everybody who started the race is running in the race. As I think Ben Wood's not going to give up on this one, mate, because he took the time of being out there. He was fastest in sector 1. What's it looking like from where you're sitting?
Well, Alex Yanni has just been overtaken there, I believe, by James Lord, the race leader in the 600s. Here they're going in towards Mansfield now, but I suppose the consolation there is no matter where you are in the rookie thousands, you are going to podium. So they go in towards the chicane then. Everybody through safely this time around, which is always good to report. I can see the rookie thousands leaders making the way out of Barn and across the front line, front start finish line once more. And is that Ben Wood on the more powerful Yamaha R1 having a sniff of the inside? I believe he's made the move there.
Looks like he got him as well there, I think. Okay, over the line they go for the 1000cc's, mate. They're going to come back with you very shortly. Looks like we've got a good battle there, Chamberlain over Wood by a couple of tenths of a second, and Wood was a little bit quicker on that lap by about half a second.
Yeah, and Ben Wood does have the lead here, and of course he is on the more powerful Yamaha R1 compared to that 18-year-old GSXR 750 for number 87 Dan Chamberlain, the championship leader coming into this weekend. Now I can see there's a whole gaggle of 600s screaming across the line now, Keith.
Yeah, just watching that, mate. Literally three abreast as they come across the line. It's a definite shuffle out there. Well, O'Hare on the wet weather tyres is still in the mix there. He's running third in class there, but Lord is well away with this one indeed. But Bloomfield now moves into the front ahead of O'Hare. You've got Yanni in the mix there as well. Risdale now. Which other Risdale is this? Because there's going to be a certain amount of family pride. It is Zach Risdale, the man who started third, who is the leading Risdale Ridsdale. I'm not quite as a brother or son. Oh, we've got a jump start. Yeah, no surprise there. Actually, it might be the other Ridsdale who's out in front, Adrian, but of course he made a right mess of the start there. You're actually meant to be behind the white line when the red lights go out, not actually crossing it at the same time. So, yeah, a bit of a fail there as Ben Wood sets the fastest first sector time once again. Was he, you said he was leading the race, didn't you, mate? And yeah, looks like he was as they come out of Hall, through the Hall bend to be out of Barn very shortly. Here we go, nose to tail stuff. This is the battle for the lead, the 1000cc. Don't look behind you, Ben. There's no point worrying about that. And so let's worry about what's in front of you. You should know what's behind you because you just left it behind a couple of seconds ago. Over the line they go, separated by 2/10 of a second. So it is Wood from Chamberlain. Then we're waiting for the 600s. They'll be a little bit further behind, of course. Not losing much in the way of time, really. Let's see, O'Hare's 48, so they're about 5 seconds slower than the leader Lord. So clearly wet weather tyres, perhaps not the best option. Certainly James Lord looking good in this race. And again, remember, this is effectively a double pointer. So Aaron Hickmott, where is Aaron at the moment? Is he? Yeah, he's down in 5th place at the moment. But certainly his championship lead is looking to be cut. There's a bit of chatter on the radio there. Oh, okay, it was, I think I heard the 916 machine of Adam Frew, and there the Yamaha R6 that identifies as Ducati, and there's a bit of chatter on the radio about him, so I'm not quite sure if you can see something there, Bradley.
No, I'm looking up towards Park and all around Chris Curve there. I can't see any yellow flags from where I'm sat here, in all honesty, but the 600s are coming past me now. And it is still that number 40 machine of James Lord, the man from Rudwick, on the Triumph leading the way. But the 1000s then, well, it's going to be, well, it's a two-horse race really, isn't it, between number 85 Ben Wood and the 87 of Dan Chamberlain.
Very much a two-horse race indeed, a 750 versus 1000. And I will say the 1000cc does have a little bit of advantage here because we do have some straight bits. Obviously not as much as somewhere like Standard, and obviously it's a championship battle as well between these guys, but 67 points is the advantage that Dan Chamberlain has over Ben Wood. He's been very consistent, only failing to finish in one race, and that was the first time out at Donington, whereas he involved in that red flag incident, if I remember rightly. But we already have one retirement there for Ben Wood as well. That was in the second race at Snetterton as well. When you look at the wins, it's 11 wins so far this season for Dan and only 2 for Ben. So they've both been very consistent, both been on the podium most times they go out. Dan has definitely had the advantage as he comes across the line, half a second ahead of his rival. Once again, it's the first one to break the 140 bracket. There's a 139.696. So that's the pace, obviously showing us that there's on a 750cc machine. James Lord, the fastest of the 600s, the leader in the 600 class, 41.054, just set his own PB there. So a very decent time from him as he leads Bloomfield. O'Hare still there on these wet weather tyres. They're hanging in there, dude. He's into the 44s, and in fact, all those guys around him are into the 44s. Now, whether or not he just managed to hold them up very effectively, I don't know, but hey-ho, he's still looking good to pick up a trophy at this rate, so good on him. First the Ridsdale's still there in 7th place. That's still Zach, of course. His relative, not sure it's a brother, father, or any other relationship, but it's Adrian who unfortunately has the 10-second penalty, as Adam Frew doesn't indeed come across the line. So I think unfortunately the 916 machine, maybe it's retired, not showing it's retiring, but it's showing it's not coming across the line, which normally unfortunately means you're parked somewhere around the circuit through no intention of your own. As Dan Chamberlain comes out of Barn over the line, completes lap 5. Now again, this is a 12-lap race, so let's not forget that, but it's Ben Wood now goes quickest of all. He does 38.777. So it looks like we've got a battle there as they make their way through Coppers up towards Charlie's. And back in the second round, and I think this is where the main fight in the race is, because certainly the 600s is not proving very exciting, is it?
They're coming past me now. They're the rookie 1000s, and it is still the 87 Dan Chamberlain leading the way from the Yamaha R1. The number 85 of Ben Wood, who goes to the outside of the circuit there, interestingly enough, there, into the braking zone for Park Corner. But Dan Chamberlain doing everything he can on that rather aged GSXR 750, bike number 87, and as we said, the championship leader coming into this weekend by 67 points, ahead of the man behind him on circuit and in the championship, naturally Ben Wood. But I'm watching them now come down from Mansfield, down from the gooseneck in towards Mansfield, and it is Chamberlain from Wood. Through goes the race leader of James Lord, bike number 40 in the rookie 600s then, and he's got the length of the back straight. advantage over Paul Bloomfield, I believe that is, number 178. That's indeed Paul Bloomfield, the man from Manningtree, ahead of Aaron Hickmott. And then we've got the 141 and the 197. So that's Blake O'Hare ahead of Zach Risdale. So Blake O'Hare, the man from Newcastle, not exactly a local circuit here at Cadwell Park for Blake O'Hare, but nonetheless he's well in there for the major point scoring positions on the wet tyres as well.
Yeah, definitely good for him at the moment. Yeah, you're right, but he was only, let's see, a tenth of a second ahead of Risdale. So I think the Risdale fan club, the Boston Massive, will be out there cheering him on. And Chamberlain Wood over the line again, a second between them. Looks like Dan's into the 1:38.7s now, so he's getting a little bit quicker every lap. Unfortunately for him, Ben Wood went into the 39s that time round, so the gap is out to over a second. James Lord to come across the line to confirm his position, and of course this is the end of the first half of the race, so that's another 25 points for Dan Chamberlain. Let's not forget that. There's another 5-point advantage that he will have earned there, so the gap is now to 72 points over Ben Wood. Obviously we still have 6 laps in this race to confirm the second half of the points. It's all good news for him. So James Lord, he's another one who picks up 25 points there. So that now gives him a chance to close the gap on Aaron Hickmott. But Aaron was up to third last time. There goes Bloomfield across the line. There goes Aaron Hickmott, is it? Yes, it is indeed. So that's third. So that's a 9-point disadvantage there. So he does lose out a little bit, well, not by too much. O'Hare comes across the line, still having that battle with Risdale Zach. And then Adrian Risdale comes across the line, but again, that penalty comes into it, and he drops a place or two.
So the 600s come past me then, and well, it's a very convincing lead for James Lord. Bike number 40 then, he's in towards Mansfield now as Paul Bloomfield makes his way out of Park Corner and in towards Chris Curve as we speak then. Just having a quick look around the circuit then for the leaders of the rookie thousands. I believe that's them coming across the line. Is that Chamberlain?
Talk about that, mate. Yeah, indeed, you're completely right. It's 7 laps in, and that was the gap as the 1000cc leaders put a lap on the third place man in the 1000cc. It's good news to Dan Chamberlain because he snuck past him as they went through the Hall Bends there, and that gave poor old Ben Wood nothing to do except follow his the back marker through there for quite a while. So he lost around about half a second or so to his rival there. So I think if Ben's looking at that gold medal for the second half of the race, he really needs to lift his skirts and kick off his high heels, because he's got a bit of a gap there as James Lord comes across the line once again, and he's in the 140s is his best lap, and he's got a very healthy gap between himself and Paul Bloomfield. Another one of the occasional riders. Now Paul actually came out to play at Snetterton and really impressed at Snetterton there, winning 3 races over the weekend and finishing second in the other one, so you think he might well be a serious contender for the championship with things like that, but unfortunately that was his first time that he actually came out to join us. If I remember rightly, Paul, yeah, he's not a local man to Snetterton, he's from Manningtree. I suppose Snetterton would be your closest circuit there, but nonetheless a very impressive ride from him as Risdale Zach goes past on O'Hare. So clearly those wet weather tyres, he rolled the dice, took the gamble. I have to say it's looking rather dry out here at the moment. Don't think you can see it in gap patches, mate, but right now it's looking positively desert-like where we're sitting, that's for sure.
Yeah, no damp patches whatsoever this end of the circuit either. There is a bit of a dark cloud that seems to be looming in the distance, but we'll ignore that for the time being. Leaders of the rookie thousands coming around Charlie's 2 now and onto the back straight once more, and Ben Wood seems to be a little bit closer to Dan Chamberlain than what he was previously there. So is this a late race challenge there for Ben Wood?
Be, mate. Well, we say late race, we're up 2/3 of the way into the race.
Oh, okay.
And he's got the gap down. It was 1.5. It came across the line 0.8 of a second. He turns in a 38.5. fastest lap of the race that time, 38.5, as he gets 38.7 of his, 38.5 gets his rivals 39.1. So yeah, he pulled back a good chunk of time that time. So yeah, I think Ben Wood's not giving up on this one, mate.
No, you're absolutely right there, and it looks as though he's bearing down on him there. And as they go in towards the chicane there, I think we mentioned it previously, but it's a bit like David and Goliath there, isn't it? Because Dan Chamberlain's not exactly the biggest guy in the paddock, and on that little 750, he's definitely a bit of a David there as they go in towards the bottom of the mountain then. But Ben Wood stalking him now. Over the top of the mountain they go, and I'm just watching Paul Bloomfield come out of Charlie's 2. Take a look over his right shoulder, and he's got plenty of clear track behind him there. We've got around about, what's that, 4, 5, 6 seconds potentially before we see Zach Risdale, the local man from Boston, in third place, that is, on circuit. But your race leader, James Lord, already into Mansfield, heading towards the chicane now, leader of that rookie 600 race, as Paul Bloomfield makes his way round Chris Curve.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a change there, according to my little sidekick here. We'll wait and see. Obviously, we've got to have a couple of laps left in the race, so the hurry-up flag's going to go out very shortly indeed as they go across the top there.
Ben Wood is now leading the way ahead of Dan Chamberlain.
So is that Dan Chamberlain's suddenly gone a bit glitchy on the timing screen here. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. So that doesn't give me any clues at all yet. Dan Wood indeed came across the line. He's only a tenth of a second behind, going on another quickest lap of 38.2, so 7-8 tenths quicker than his rival there. As James Lord comes across the line, he is still dominating the 600 race. We were wondering actually if O'Hare's got a wet front and a dry rear, because what we're seeing is his times are not disappearing. His best lap time round, which is a long way in the race to be having a full set of wet burn tyres on. But those leaders, there we go. Now it's picked up the timing. It's a bit of a timing glitch there, and it says Dan Chamberlain's leading the race, mate.
Oh, okay, that was watching. It looks like it's still Ben Wood leading the way as well in towards Mansfield. So that must have been a move potentially up the inside into the bottom of the mountain. It's difficult to tell from this distance, really, isn't it? But
yeah, don't they?
That's the trouble. But we'll keep a close eye on those ones as Paul Bloomfield, number 178, comes back past me through the dip down Park Straight and up towards Park Corner. Race leader James Lord in towards the goose deck and heading towards Mansfield as we speak. But the rookie thousands then heading back towards yourself very imminently.
Here's the pair of them, okay? 2 laps left in. Surely, and was a 3 seconds in the race lead. Time the screen is showing there.
Down there, but you can only race who's take bronze in this race. So fair play to Alex then. It could well be his first podium of the season there. It could well be Alex's first podium. won't give him away. That's one of the Ridsdale there. They're catching very rapidly.
Just do what he did earlier, of course.
He's already right barefoot wait and see. You've seen races decided by back markers. Many times, in fact,
Special in the first sector there, 56.6, about half a second slower than the best times there. But again, Chamberlain was
the Chicken Flag does indeed go out to Jim Chambers, very healthy win. Looks like there's Waters roll right over. I wonder if he's going to prop, make sure maybe just taking the casual approach to the race, maybe as well. He had a very healthy gap for the third place man. I'm guessing if you lap the third place man, you know you've got a pretty healthy gap on the man. That's probably why Ben's taking it quite easy there. He's waiting for James Lord to come round and confirm that he is indeed the victor. And it's looking good for a second place pot for Zach Ridsdale, if you can hold on to, the local man from Boston. I imagine he's one of your customers down there at Sports